Hello, welcome to Arsenal Studios. This is Learning English with Movies. In this video, we will talk about one of my favorite sci-fi comedies, Back to the Future. Also, since this is a movie in which they travel back in time, we will also practice using the past continuous and the past simple. If you're new here, the goal of this channel is to help intermediate English language students practice and improve their English skills by using movies as the main topic. If you like our content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Back to the Future is a 1985 science fiction comedy directed by Robert Zemeckis. The film was written by Zemeckis and longtime collaborator Bob Gale. Before they made Back to the Future, they had worked on several comedies, including Used Cars and Steven Spielberg's 1941. However, it was only after the success of 1984's adventure comedy Romancing the Stone that Zemeckis got the green light to direct Back to the Future. The green light means to give permission to go ahead with a project, especially a movie. Since then, Zemeckis has directed some of Hollywood's most memorable films, including Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Contact, and the Academy Award-winning Forrest Gump. Back to the Future stars Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Crispin Glover, and Thomas F. Wilson. The plot follows Marty McFly, played by Fox, a teenager who is mistakenly sent back in time to 1955 in a time-traveling DeLorean automobile built by his eccentric friend and scientist Emmett Doc Brown, played by Lloyd. Eccentric of a person or their behavior means unconventional and slightly strange. Marty inadvertently prevents his future parents from falling in love, risking his existence, and is forced to reunite the couple and make his way back to the future. Inadvertently means in a way that is not intentional or accidentally. During the first weeks of production, Michael J. Fox was unavailable and therefore unable to play Marty McFly, so fellow actor Eric Stoltz was cast for the role. However, shortly after main photography began, Zemeckis realized Stoltz was not right for the part and made the necessary concessions to cast Fox, including refilming scenes previously shot with Stoltz. A concession is something allowed or given up, often in order to end a disagreement. Michael J. Fox is an acclaimed Canadian-American actor. He began his career in the 1970s and rose to fame in the 80s on the successful sitcom Family Ties. He is best known for his successful comedies Teen Wolf, The Secret of My Success, and Doc Hollywood, as well as for the dramas Light of Day and Casualties of War. In 1996, Fox returned to television to play a spin doctor in the ABC sitcom Spin City. A spin doctor is a political spokesperson employed to give favorable interpretation of events to the media, especially on behalf of a political party. In 1998, Fox revealed his Parkinson's disease diagnosis. Since then, he has become a champion for finding a cure, establishing the Michael J. Fox Foundation to help fund research. He received an honorary doctorate in 2010 and an honorary Oscar in 2022 for his efforts for a cure for Parkinson's disease. The success of Back to the Future prompted two sequels, Back to the Future Part 2 in 1989 and Back to the Future Part 3 in 1990. In Back to the Future 2, Marty McFly and his friend Dr. Emmett Doc Brown traveled from 1985 to 2015 to stop Marty's son from destroying the McFly family's future. When their arch-enemy Biff Tannen steals Doc's DeLorean time machine and uses it to change history to get rich, the two travel back to 1955 to restore the timeline. Back to the Future Part 3 starts right after the events of the previous film, when Marty McFly discovers that his friend Dr. Emmett Doc Brown was killed by Buford Mad Dog Tannen, Biff's great-grandfather, while stranded in 1885. Marty travels to 1885 to save Doc and then returns to 1985. However, things get much more complicated when Doc falls in love with Clara Clayton, played by Mary Steenburgen. Because of the film's devoted fan base and cultural impact, Universal Studios established a multimedia franchise that includes video games, theme park rides, an animated series, and a stage musical. There have been talks about a possible Back to the Future reboot. In fact, actors like Spider-Man's Tom Holland have been rumored to appear in a potential reboot, but no official plans have been confirmed. Did Marty play Johnny B. Good at the school dance? What was Marty doing when he traveled back to 1955? To answer these questions, we need to practice the past simple and the past continuous. Before we continue, I would like to invite you to check out my online course at Thinkific. The Learning English with Movies course was designed for intermediate English language students who love movies and filmmaking. You can practice your English reading and listening skills, learn new key vocabulary and grammar, and confirm your comprehension with fun quizzes. The Learning English with Movies Kindle ebook is also available from Amazon. For more information as well as fun and useful tips and recommendations, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, let's get back to the video. The past continuous or past progressive and the past simple help us to show how two past actions are connected. The past simple shows us that an action was in the past. Example, Marty's parents met in 1955. Doc stole the plutonium from the terrorists a few days ago. We make the negative with didn't and the infinitive verb. Example, Marty didn't arrive to school on time this morning. George McFly didn't ask Lorraine to the dance today. We make the question form with did and then the subject and infinitive verb. Example, did Doc wake up early this morning? Did George write novels when he was in high school? The past continuous shows us that an action was already in progress at a particular time in the past. Example, what were you doing at 2 o'clock in the morning? I was sleeping. The past continuous can also show us that an activity was in progress for some time, not just for a moment. Example, Doc was testing the time machine all night. Marty was playing guitar at the dance last night. When we use the two tenses together, it shows us that the past simple action happened in the middle of the past continuous action. Example, while Marty was playing a ballad at the dance, his parents kissed. We often use these tenses to show an action interrupting another action. Example, Biff hit a manure truck when he was chasing Marty. Marty was riding a hoverboard when he fell into the lake. Thanks for watching. Have you seen all the Back to the Future films? Which Michael J. Fox comedies have you seen? Do you think fans would like to see a reboot? Write down your thoughts in the comments below.